Well, hello, OG family. This is Casey Nilsen Martin. I am dialed in right now from a very rainy spring day here in Colorado. Super excited to be with you guys this evening. I want to say welcome to everyone who's dialed in. I know we have people that have called in to listen over the phone, people that are watching the video stream live, people that are watching it on Facebook Live. I know we have people calling in from multiple countries, so shout out to all of our international callers and those of you calling from many of the different states here in the U.S. And a very special welcome to all of our guests that might be seeing this for the first or maybe the second time. I'm very excited to have the honor, really, to share this information with you. You know, I was thinking about my journey here with this business today and kind of what I wanted to share with you guys tonight. And I feel like a Christmas tree that just got plugged in. I am so excited about the things that are taking place and the stories that are coming in and being collected. I had a woman today tell me that she has not had this kind of energy and longer than she can remember. She was so excited since switching her brand of coffee, talking to Todd and Sherry, and they're sleeping better and feeling better and just a completely different outlook on life. And so many great testimonials are coming in from people that are using the product. So I'm going to share a little bit about why you're here. You're here tonight maybe to find out some more about nature's miracle, the magic of Ganoderma. Maybe you're here to find out about the brilliance of coffee. Maybe you're here tonight to find out about the incredible opportunity that's taking place right in front of your eyes and having a chance to participate and capitalize and benefit from all of the great things happening. You know, there are people partnering with Organo and joining Organo every day, people who are in a financial bind, people who are in really looking for more income, who desperately need another stream of income, all the way to people who are multi-million dollar businessmen and businesswomen, industry experts, and the whole wide range in between, because we have the equalizer. And I'm going to talk to you about that because I first heard about this business 9 years ago. The company celebrates its 10th year this year, which is awesome. 10 years shows the stability. It shows the security. We've got billions with an S in sales. So we're not here trying to convince or sell our product or sell our opportunity. I'm just here sharing with you a little bit about what's happening so that you can make an informed business decision on what that looks like for you and your family. Because I got my first cup of coffee, my first cup of Organo coffee, almost 9.5 years ago, right at about 9 years ago. And it came at a very interesting time in my life. I'll tell you a little bit of a philosophy that I now have is dig the well before you're thirsty. Now, some of you are already, the well is well and it's doing great and you're looking for another stream of income, increasing your portfolio. But maybe some of you listening tonight were where I was. 9 years ago, I was living in my parents' basement. I was going to school full time. I was working for minimum wage, and just the outlook I had on life was there's not enough time, there's not enough money. And if you remember 9 years ago, we were in a global depression, not just here in America, but worldwide recessions and depression everywhere. And I was stressed out. And I might have only been 20 years old, but I can tell you that when you're not sure what the future looks like, it can be a very scary place. And to make matters worse, my mother was in real estate, and the real estate market here in Colorado, and I know all over the world, tanked. So the income we were accustomed to from that avenue really shrank to all but disappeared. And then my dad was a contractor. He grew up with if the sun's shining, you're working. Hard work was his middle name. He would, he ran his own construction company. It was a one-man show. He was an electrical contractor. And it's great being in business for yourself and not having any employees when you're making all the money. But then he got hurt. And because of an injury, he wasn't able to work. And the money dried up overnight. And I can remember in 2009, watching my parents, who both own their own businesses, one in real estate, one in construction. The recession hit. Dad's going through multiple back surgeries, had to get an artificial disc, was unable to even go back to work until he was fully recovered, was looking at about a year without income. And I remember thinking, oh my gosh, this is not a good place to be. And it was scary. And I can remember watching my parents just be like, oh my God, we have our retirement that we have worked 30 plus years to build, and we're going to have to sell it in order to survive, and in order to keep our home, in order to keep our cars, in order to keep the lights on and put food on the table. It was very stressful. So my parents had a real estate portfolio that they had to sell in order to survive that time. And a couple months after my dad's second back surgery, things were still very stressful, very tight. We had no idea what the future was going to hold. And he met a complete stranger who gave him 3 cups of organo coffee. See, we didn't dig the well before we were thirsty. We were dealing with the repercussions of things beyond our control, but we had to take control of them. And it was a tight spot, but a stranger gave him 3 cups of coffee. And here's the thing, my mom loves coffee, but she can't drink regular coffee because it makes her so jittery and so shaky, and then she can't sleep for days on end, and yet she loves coffee. So when somebody told my dad, this is healthier coffee, I don't know what it'll do for your wife, but maybe she can drink it, he brought home 3 samples, a sample for him, a sample for me, and a sample for my mom. And needless to say, by the time I got home from class at CSU that day, my mom had drank her sample, my dad's sample, and my sample. And there's a true coffee drinker for you, right? And it was so fascinating because here we are praying for something, looking for something, and we had no idea it would be coffee. We had no idea it would be network marketing, right? Like those came out of left field. And lo and behold, the blessing in disguise in a cup of coffee completely changed our life. My mom fell in love with the product, started sleeping better, feeling better, no jitter, no burning acidy tummy after drinking coffee on an empty stomach. And she told my dad, I have to have that product. Wherever that guy is who gave you the coffee, give it to me. I have to have it. And this is what's so fascinating, guys. He told her, he said, well, listen, the guy mentioned there's also a business opportunity attached. I'm going to meet up with him in 2 or 3 weeks. I'll get you some coffee then. And here's what changed everything. Her response was, I don't care about an opportunity. I want my coffee and I want it now. Now think back to what I shared with you. Money was tighter than it had ever been in 30 years. Things were not looking great. We were in desperate need of an opportunity, and her response was, it doesn't matter about the opportunity, get me coffee right now. And that's when the light bulb went off for my dad. And he was like, wait a minute, here's a product while the whole world is stressed out, in need of opportunity, all these things, and they're so addicted to what's in a cup of coffee, he's like, that's brilliant business. So he condensed those time frames, and instead of it taking 2 weeks to look at the opportunity, he looked at the opportunity right away, gave me a call, said, Casey, I found everything we've been looking for. I want you to be involved. And I thought he'd lost his mind. I was like, come on, Dad, coffee? And he's like, it's not just coffee, it's healthier coffee. And then he went on to say, Casey, this is the opportunity. Whether you do it or not, I finally found an opportunity, a venue, an avenue where I can replace a multiple 6-figure income without having to go back to school, without having to take the next 30 years to do it, and without having to lose everything. And ladies and gentlemen, I went and saw this information that I'm going to share with you real briefly tonight. And it's kind of like when you have that little ember inside of you that you're just like, there's something to this. I so wanted to trust and believe that it was possible. But to be quite honest, I was so stressed out and I was so afraid. You look at the news, you look left, you look right. Everybody was going into foreclosure. There were bankruptcies right and left, big companies going out of business. And I was afraid. And I saw my parents just fall in love with the product, fall in love with the leadership, and fall in love with the system. And I saw them start making money right away. So I plugged into the opportunity. For them, it was everything they were looking for. For me, it was a leap of faith because I wanted to believe it was possible. And I can tell you, in 6 weeks of working this business extremely part-time, I was able to buy back my own time and quit my job. And within 6 months, I was on my way to being financially free. Within 15 months, was earning a 6-figure income. And I look at the fact that at the time I was 20 years old, I was on my way to dropping out of school, and my net worth in corporate America is about $8, maybe $10 an hour. And I am so glad and so grateful. I wake up just ecstatic every morning that somebody shared a cup of coffee with my dad, and that he shared it with my mom, and that her story of how she felt inspired him to share it with me. And that's what we do. We give away samples of coffee. We give away hope and the possibility of freedom. And we're going to share that information with you tonight because all that we are is about saving money, being healthier, and earning extra income. And we use the brilliance of coffee to do that. Why? My mom's story is a prime example. I was not a coffee drinker before this business. I wasn't, because I watched my mom struggle to sleep, have all the jitters and the shakes from drinking regular coffee. And I watched my dad literally need coffee in one hand and like an antacid in the other. Tums everywhere. You could get his coat pocket, the console of his truck, there was always an antacid somewhere. And so I never picked up the habit. And when they brought Organo into my life, guys, it's brilliant, because even though I wasn't a coffee drinker, I was willing to try a free cup. And what it did for my health, my energy, my mental focus, it was incredible. And so the coffee is brilliant because coffee drinkers are just like Deanna. When she was in desperate need of opportunity, it was more important to her to have a good cup of coffee. It leads me to talk about what Warren Buffett said. He said, what you do, make it your hobby, but what the world does, make it your business. And guys, the world drinks coffee. You can see on the screen, millions of cups served every single day here in the States, people paying $4, $5, $6 per cup. Well, here we have a chance to offer somebody something that's healthier for them, that's adding all kinds of benefits to their body, and it's at a more affordable rate than what they're currently paying. It's absolutely brilliant. And so what makes our coffee so amazing? Coffee's just the delivery system. Ganoderma is the health and wellness. Here's what's so cool about Bernie Chua, our leader and founder in the business. This is what he said. He said, we need to take what people want, what they need, and combine them. See, I already know you don't want to go home and have to change your routine, have to learn all this new stuff. You're busy. You have a life. You've got kids. You've got a job. You've got a spouse. You've got multiple jobs. You've got all kinds of things going on that's taking your time. You don't want to have to create all these new habits. So Organo says, let us help you have a healthier lifestyle by making the things you're already doing healthier. So it's as simple as switching your brand. See, this Ganoderma, the magic of Ganoderma, has been infused in all of our products. Whether you're looking at the shakes, our chocolate protein shake tastes like a Wendy's Frosty. One of my favorite ways is to add a little bit of peanut butter and a banana, and it's like having a smoothie, but it's completely guilt-free. The vanilla tastes like liquid birthday cake. All of the nutrition in here, 23 super nutrients. But I'm getting ahead of myself. What's Ganoderma? It's a superfood. Dr. Rakowski was sharing just the other day, he said that it's nature's magic. It's a category of herbs called a superfood. It means it has all the best building blocks that your body needs. So what if by drinking a cup of gourmet coffee, it's absolutely delicious, tastes amazing, smells amazing, is super affordable, it's less expensive than what you're getting at the coffee house, and it's now protecting your immune system. It's flooding your body with nutrition so that your body can operate at its best. There's thousands of years of history. So you don't have to take my word for it. Go out there and hit up PubMed.gov. Go to the published medical journals out there that are saying, hey, this is what we are finding Ganoderma does. Because I'm not a doctor, I'm not a nurse, I'm not an expert on the body, but what I know is that when you give the body what it needs, it operates better. Here's what's so cool. Since the very first day I had my first cup of Organo coffee, I've never missed a day. So imagine if you create this habit of drinking coffee every day, and every day it's flooding your body with health, and you don't have to worry about your health anymore. It's exciting. What Ganoderma does is it allows the body to do what the body does best. pH, oxygen, antioxidants, all kinds of things that are great for your body. I'm not here to tell you that I understand how an antioxidant works, but I do know that the body is mostly water. And as you see in this example, you've got a pool, and it doesn't look nice. It's kind of gross, right? It's not clean. It's toxic. Well, our body is mostly water. Our brain is definitely mostly water. And we need something where we can safely, effectively, affordably detox every single day. There's toxins in our environment. There's toxins in our food. There's toxins in our water. There's toxins in our makeup. There's toxins in all kinds of different things. We got to keep the body clean. Because don't you think, just like the picture on the left and the picture on the right, that you'd rather your body look like on the inside what it looks like on the right here, where it's clean and pristine? Guys, that's what Ganoderma does for the body. It's absolutely incredible. And you can see the results from people using the Ganoderma. Gano means great, derma means skin. Your dermis, it's the largest organ in our body. Why? It's processing a lot of the toxins that we're dealing with every day. And as you can tell, these women, not only are they absolutely beautiful, and we look at the before and after pictures, they're beautiful in the before pictures too. They're just dealing with a severe challenge. Can you imagine what that would feel like? Be a little self-conscious, right? Maybe even full-blown embarrassed. And to see that they got their freedom back physically by clearing up their skin. I know what it's like as a woman to have just a tiny zit or a tiny blemish and be completely self-conscious about it. I cannot imagine not only how painful that was, but to go from the before and after pictures here by switching your brand of coffee, by using the Ganoderma OG soap, it almost brings a tear to my eyes, because I know what it's like to not feel well and then to feel great, to feel like, oh, I'm tired, and then to have this smooth, natural, healthy energy. I know what it's like to watch people that I care about suffer for years not being able to sleep and switch their brand to OG, start sleeping, their mood's better, their focus is better, their energy is better. It's like getting a new lease on life. And so as we look at some of the things that are happening, Organo started with coffee because it's brilliant. Ganoderma is the backbone of who we are. People want coffee, remember, and they need Ganoderma. Bernie Chua made them the same thing. I'm so grateful to you, Bernie, because if I had been the one to try to hide Ganoderma in your coffee, you probably wouldn't like the way it tastes. But Bernie's dedicated his life to using not only the highest quality Ganoderma in the world, but making sure that all you're tasting is a delicious cup of coffee, that all you're tasting is a gourmet hot chocolate. It's absolutely incredible. And we knew some people who were really struggling in the weight loss industry, guys. We're looking at some childhood illnesses that are on the rise that are directly related to obesity. We're looking at the growing epidemic of having to get plus size and super plus size clothing for kids. And we're looking at a generation that's continuing to get sicker instead of continuing to get healthier. We live at the most incredible time in human history, and yet we look around and there's so many people who just don't feel good. So what if we can start helping them with their nutrition, and having a healthy body that's not overweight, that's not obese, is really key to being healthy. And so Organo came out with the weight management solution. I call it the triple threat: taste, texture, and smell. All of those are A+, A+, A+. It is the best in category product on the market, bar none. When you look at Miss Nikki Idetta, from a size 16 to a size 0. Jeremy Hall was an IT. My understanding is that it's not healthy for the body to sit all day long, and so many of us in the information age and the digital age, we sit too much. They call sitting the new smoking. Well, you finally find a shake that you love, a smoothie. I love it because we have people who taste them and they're like, oh my God, there's no way this is good for me. That's how good it tastes. And that's why people are experiencing results where not only are they melting the weight off, they're getting their life back, saying, hey, I feel better at 50 than I did at 20. Hey, I feel better about myself, my body image. I feel better about having the energy that I have to go out, to play with the kids, to get my hobbies, to take on that extra business. It's absolutely incredible. And when you see, you can tell the smiles, guys, and just the before and afters. It's, yes, is it about how they look before and how they look now? But you can tell in their face. These are people who are happy. They're excited. So having a chance to take advantage of this is just absolutely incredible, you guys. And I'm so excited about what's taking place in the business. We also have our energy drink and our detox tea. These are absolutely incredible. Safe, effective, hydrate, fight cellular aging. How many of us are realizing that as we get older, things aren't working the same, they're not looking the same? Well, why don't we take care of that? Well, you don't have to be afraid to get older. You're just getting better and better and better. It's absolutely fantastic. This very simple product line that Organo has put in place that allows each of us to win and win big. One of the things I absolutely love about Organo is, look at these certifications here. This is, when we say groundbreaking, not only is there a patent on our process, we're talking big business. See, now my dad, when he started the business, he was a businessman. He just happened to work with his hands, exchange his time for money, and when he got hurt, he couldn't work, so the money dried up. For me, I was making $8.10 an hour. I didn't understand big business, but I'm like, I don't have to understand how difficult getting a patent is. I don't have to understand how many decades it takes to get these certifications. I can make somebody a cup of coffee, share a few stories, and ask them how they feel. Ask them if they're ready to be healthier, to live better by simply changing their brand. It's that simple, you guys. Absolutely incredible. And so when we look at what's taking place all over the world, it's exciting. And it's because of these three people. When I said I feel like I've been lit up by a Christmas tree, these are the three wise men to me. Bernie Chua, Holton Bugg, Shane Moran. These three gentlemen have put together a mission. Now, big business, when you look at the biggest businesses in the world and you look at ones that are truly special, you can count Organo in that category because is it about the money? Absolutely. We are very profitable. We are showing people how to put money in their pocket right off the bat. We have an OG Cares Foundation that is doing things at a major scale for children all over the world. There's a lot of great things when you run a good company and you run it profitably, and you should. We're bringing the best coffee we're bringing the best leadership, and we're bringing the best superfood on the planet to the world, of course there should be benefits to that. And when I look at these three gentlemen, what I'm most honored and most proud about is I have watched them now. This coming summer will be 10 years. I have watched them put people before profits. I've watched them put the highest quality of product. I've watched them on a mission. When we say, guys, the most important word up here to me is this. We are on a mission to make a difference in the world. We're on a mission to be the most admired company in the world. We're on a mission to bring the treasures of the earth to the people of the world. I never had a chance before this business to be part of something like that. I never had a chance to make an impact, to be a leader, to grow my income regardless of my circumstances, and Organo's allowed us to do that, and so many other people. There's 7 ways to get paid. I'm going to take the next few moments and share with you the very simple way on how we actually get paid in this business. I like to call it the 3 R's: retail, recruiting, and residual. Retail, that's buying wholesale, selling retail. You're putting money in what I call hip national bank. You're making money right off the bat, okay? I know there was a story shared just over the last couple of calls. We've had a series of these live Zoom presentations that have been taking place, and I've heard stories as simple as somebody saying, hey, in 5-10 minutes, I made 20 bucks, to stories that are like, hey, in 4 hours, I made $2,000. I know Tammy Olson and Rebecca Woolman out of Wisconsin this weekend, they set up a booth with a table and some hot water and sold over $1,000 in retail product in just a couple of hours. I don't know about you, but most people don't make $250 an hour. And here we've got people setting up booths on the weekend to share product because it's just coffee. It's that simple. So the retail profitability in this business is absolutely incredible. And you can put money in your pocket right off the bat. What happens is people are seeing what you're doing. They're seeing you upgrade. Like, wait a minute, you got a second car and you started this little part-time thing on the side? Okay, I see what you're doing there. Tell me about it. Or, hey, what do you mean you went on another vacation this year? Yeah, it's that part-time thing I have going. Well, wait. What do you mean that you've lost 20 pounds? You look amazing. What have you been doing? It's only been 30 days. And guys, I'm telling you, people are watching because the world is looking. They're looking for ways to change their income to make a difference. And when you actually share this opportunity with them, you can make up to $130. Mr. Seth here in Colorado got started, and 2-3 days later, he enrolled his first gold pack and put $130 into his bank account, guys. That's powerful. Absolutely powerful. Within a few days of starting a business, it's amazing. But then we have something called our team commissions, and I want to share this with you because I believe it's very, very powerful. And so I want to give you a very simple example, okay? Because customers are the bread and butter of any business. So whether you have retail customers, whether that's retail, then recruiting is building a team, working together as part of a team to create residual income. And so what's so powerful about this, guys, is I want to share with you a very simple example. Do you believe with the product that I've shared with you, the Ganoderma, the great taste, the mission, all of the great things that we have in place for you, that you can get 10 customers to switch their brand, and you can do it within 1 to 30 days, right? 10 customers within 1 to 30 days. There's not a person on the line listening that doesn't believe they can do that, guys. I'm telling you, I've had people do it in a matter of 15 to 20 minutes, sell 10 boxes of coffee, 20, 30 boxes of coffee, and they don't even know anything about the business or Ganoderma yet because they just got started. Remember, it's simple. Keep it super simple. It's a very important philosophy. And so 10 customers, here's what we know. The average customer actually purchases 2 units of product. We have some customers that purchase more, some that purchase less, but on average, people are using 2. So let's say you've got 10 customers and they're each buying 2 boxes of black coffee, and you're receiving a $15 profit on average per unit, okay? That means you're actually receiving a $300 commission, retail commission, that month. Maybe you're selling coffee on your website, maybe you're selling coffee person to person, or maybe you're like Tammy and Rebecca that said, hey, I got a couple hours this weekend. I'd love to put an extra $1,000 into my pocket over the weekend. Guys, selling it by the cup, you're looking at a return that could be 3, 4, 5, 6, even 800%. It's absolutely incredible. Well, $300, if it takes you 30 days to get 10 customers, and you made an extra $300, some people go, yeah, but $300 doesn't seem like that much. Well, when you multiply that times 12 months in a year, you're looking at a $3,600 raise part-time. And the amount of time it takes you to get 10 customers. Here's the best part. We have a script that if you're willing to follow instructions and read the script, you can get those 10 customers in less than an hour. It's absolutely incredible. I'm reading a book right now that said Aaron Rodgers, one of the greatest quarterbacks to have ever played, he was being interviewed for a series. This was a while back. And the reporter was being interviewed about his interview with Aaron Rodgers. And they said, what made him so special? And the reporter said, well, when I was talking to him and I said, what are you most excited about in your career? He said, I'm most excited to be coached. And it just blew that reporter's mind. Here you have somebody who's so amazing, who was so excited to get the right information from the right people who'd already been and done where he wanted to go with what he wanted to do, and were willing to share that information with him so he could be his best. That's what we do in Organo. We have a system. You don't have to reinvent the wheel. You can literally read the scripts, be coachable, and watch what happens. See, at $3,600 a year, maybe that covers a mortgage payment or two. Maybe that gets you out of some credit card debt. Maybe that helps pay down some student loans or sends you and a spouse on a second honeymoon, right? Or helps pay for the kids' sports. But here's what happens. If 1 month, $300 a month is good, what if you do that 4 months in a row? So for 4 months, you actually get 10 customers a month for 4 months. Well, remember, they're each using 2 units of product, right? Because that's the average. And then you have the $15 profit average profit per box. You're now looking at $1,200 a month. $1,200 a month from getting 40 customers? Are you kidding me? Show me a part-time job out there where you can own your own time, have the incredible tax advantages associated with being involved in this network marketing industry, be on a mission, be sharing product where your customers are saying, thank you, you changed my life, and you can do it $1,200 a month? Guys, that's incredible. If you take that to 12 months, you've now given yourself a $14,000 raise for the year. What would it take you at your job right now to get a $14,000 raise? At the job I had before I started this business, I didn't make $14,000 a year at my job. And here Organo was saying part-time, if you're willing to share the coffee, give away the coffee. Samples, use the script, it's all laid out. This blew my mind. This blew my mind. This was such an incredible opportunity, and we watch people take advantage of that every single day. So we talked about retail, we talked about recruiting. Let's talk about what can happen. Do you believe that in the next 1 to 6 months, that you could actually share this information with 10 people? And I say 1 to 6 months, some people do it in a few weeks or less. Some people takes the full 6 months. Some people don't work at all, okay? And some people just enjoy the product. We love our customers, okay? But if you're on the line saying, okay, if you can do $14,000 a year or more, we have people who make a 6-figure income selling coffee. Now, they're not sitting at home waiting for the doorbell to ring. They're out there sharing coffee, and it's the most exciting, most freeing money, most peaceful money they've ever made, right? But do you believe you could have 10 people who see the value of what you're doing and say, I can get 10 customers. I want to make an extra $300 to $1,200 a month, or maybe an extra $5,000, $10,000, $20,000. Why not be a 6-figure earner? Why not be a millionaire? It's possible. We already have proven it that it can happen in this business. See, here's the power of what can happen. Here's a couple right here, Dwayne and Anna Kleinsasser. I want you to, this is our OG magazine, so many incredible testimonials. There's picture after picture of people who have done just incredible things here with this business. But Dwayne and Anna, she was a stay-at-home mom with 3 kids, and he ran a construction company, and he traveled all over the country, had multiple employees, was used to a very, very nice lifestyle and income, but had no time. So I really want an opportunity to get some time back. Well, let's start out with that story. Here's what's so powerful, guys. You have more at your fingertips than you think you do. When you combine what you have already with coffee and Ganoderma and this incredible compensation plan, watch out. See, my family and I, we shared the coffee with some friends of ours who shared the coffee with someone, who shared the coffee with someone, who shared the coffee with someone, who shared it with Mary and Amos Esch. And Mary and Amos Ash, Mary was struggling. Her health was in such dire straits that she was struggling. People from the church were coming to bring her food because to be on her feet, even just to cook a meal, was absolutely exhausting. And when she started drinking the coffee, they didn't get involved in the business to do the business. They got involved for the health. Well, when she got her health back and started feeling amazing, she couldn't stop talking about it. She had to share with everyone because she truly felt like she had a new lease on life. Well, she called Rebecca Woolman, and Rebecca got onto a conference called Just Like This, and she heard that she could make $500 a month. And she said, you know what, I could use an extra $500 a month. My husband's working. I've got 2 kids. Now they've added a 3rd kid. I could use an extra $500 a month. Do you know in her first 3 days, she made $500 and was like, oh my gosh, this business is incredible. So she called somebody. The very first person she called to share this business with was her sister and her husband's boss at the time, Dwayne and Anna Kleinsasser. Dwayne said, listen, I don't know that I'm really excited about network marketing. I don't understand it. I'm not into it. Anna, you do it. Anna started sharing, loved how her kids were feeling on the product. She's super health conscious, has a big heart for people. And she said, you know what, we can do this business. You know, Mary and Amos now doing over $80,000 a month in sales as Emerald consultants. Johnny and Rebecca, brand new Emeralds, over $80,000 a month, multiple 6 figures earned in this compensation plan. And her goal when she started was to make $500 a month. Oh yeah, and she still does it part-time as a stay-at-home mom with 3 kids. Anna and Dwayne, diamond consultants in the business, multiple 6 figures in income, part-time. Because guys, the power of part-time is powerful. And remember, we shared the coffee with somebody who shared it with somebody who shared it with somebody who shared it with Mary, who had this life-changing experience, who shared it with Rebecca, who used it to change her life, who shared it with Dwayne and Anna, who shared it with so many people. That's just one example of so many people in this magazine, on this call. That's why you got a phone call. Maybe it's for you, maybe it's not. Maybe you're thinking, what does this college dropout have to tell me about business? Maybe you could take a look at Mr. Manny Pacquiao, one of the best boxers of our time, one of the greatest boxers to have ever lived. He's in this magazine. Why? Because he's OG. He couldn't drink regular coffee. It would cause his heart to race. And when he got introduced to the Organo coffee, he's like, I can do this. This coffee makes me feel amazing. He's worth hundreds of millions of dollars, and yet he builds the business part-time as a diamond consultant. He didn't buy that position. You have to earn it. Guys, this is powerful when you look. Marcus Hasselreiter, one of my favorite OG people, guys. This guy was a truck driver. Right here, Mr. Marcus, he was a truck driver in Europe, had no business experience. One of the first $1 million a year earners in Europe. Why? Because he said, I'm coachable. I'm looking to be coached. Tell me how to give this coffee away. Tell me how to share the story. From truck driver to multi-millionaire, it's incredible. So 10 people. Getting 10 people involved, and what you're going to do, you're going to teach them how to get their 10 customers. Well, in the next 6 to 12 months, those 10 get their 10 customers and then their 10 distributors. You now have 100 what I call points of distribution. See, if you ran a restaurant and then you had to open another, and then you had to open another, and then you had to open another in multiple locations, that would take years, decades. In some situations, it's not even possible, not to mention the millions of dollars in overhead to open a new location, But because we use the business model of network marketing, because Bernie Chu has said, I want this to be a company for the people. You can now open 100 points of distribution. We have people who do that their first 45 days. But maybe it takes, I'm using an extremely conservative example, 6 to 12 months. Well, in the next 12 to 18 months, that's a year and a half. See, it's incredible what can happen in a year and a half, plugged into the right system, the right people, the right product, with the right dream. So you got to have a dream. You got to ask yourself, can you see the value of Ganoderma in your life, using it 3 to 5 times a day, every day? Can you see the value of another stream of income, whether part-time or full-time, whether supplemental or replacement type income? You got to have a dream. What's your dream? What do you have that you want for your life that you don't have right now, but you still believe is possible for you? See, when I started this business, I had to borrow the belief of Holton Bucks. I had to borrow the belief of Brad Smith. I had to borrow the belief of Steven Nilsen. Why? I didn't believe, but I am so grateful every single day that I surrounded myself with believers, because it's incredible what can happen if you're willing to put in the work and you're willing to believe. See, in 18 months, you would actually have 1,000 business partners and 1,000 points of distribution. Well, if each of those 1,000 people, those 1,000 distributors, those 1,000 business partners had their 10 customers, there are 10 customers, you would have 10,000 customers. 10,000 customers. And remember, the average customer moves 2 units of product. That's 20,000 boxes. Let's say it's all black coffee, 20,000 boxes of black coffee a month going through your organization. Like I said, this is an extremely conservative example. I personally, just by myself, drink 3 boxes of black every month by myself, and at least 2 or 3 boxes of the detox tea. And I use the capsules, I use the soap, I use the toothpaste. Why wouldn't I? It's the best thing for my body, and I'm gonna brush my teeth and shower, use soap anyway. So when we look at these products, it's incredible. My husband uses the energy drink like it's going out of style because it's safe, effective energy for him. He absolutely loves it. Loves the mocha, loves the latte. So like I said, conservative example. But we've assigned a point value. We call it commissionable volume, okay? This is what allows the computer and the software to determine your income and do all of that on a massive scale. And the reason I say that is because we're not just in the US. We operate in 50 plus countries, over 13 different languages. What does that mean for you and your family? That means you're not tied to this location. We're broadcasting right now in Nigeria, in Kenya, in London. We're broadcasting right now in Italy. We're broadcasting right now in Mexico, in Colombia, in Peru, in Canada, all over the world. You now have the opportunity to use technology like this, a simple concept of a healthier cup of coffee, to make a difference all over the world. So we use a point value. Why? Because sometimes in other countries, they have different currencies. So we want to make sure everything is all based off of where you live. So 20,000 boxes with a point value of 15 commissionable volume, or CV, that's what our black coffee goes for. That's 300,000 in sales for the month. For the month. Now the average distributor, we're looking at making somewhere between 8% and 12% residually. Okay, some make a little less, some make a little more, 8 to 12% on a residual basis. Here's the thing, guys. I want to give you a conservative example. Let's say you're earning 5%. At an extremely conservative example, you're earning 5% off of your sales after 18 months in this example. Now, this example, I want to let you guys know, it's not a lottery ticket. This isn't where you can go to the gym, sign up, and get a six-pack without ever working out. But this is the easiest, simplest work I've ever done in my life. I've met the most amazing people and have collected the most amazing stories. And it's inspiring. It really is. Be inspired. Find what sets you on fire. Find what just makes you so excited to be alive, and do it, pursue it. And most of those things take money. And when we look at this stream of income, it's incredible. And so at 5%, guys, that's $15,000 a month in income. A month in income. Guys, this is powerful. You know, the average check in retirement, the average retirement check today is $800 a month. We're talking big business. But really, listening to me tonight, guys, there's 4 types of people. The first type of person is what I call a no-no. A no-no. No to the business, no to the product. It's okay. The second type of person, we have what's called a yes-no. Yes to the product. I want to use the product. I want to be a customer, but no to the business. Great. We love our customers. You don't go into McDonald's and order a burger and they ask you if you want a franchise with that, right? They let you buy your burger. We love our customers. We love earning your business. We love servicing you with the best product that's helping you stay healthy, helping you be at your healthiest, and we honor the chance to earn your business. And then we have the third type of person. They're a yes, yes. Yes, I want to use the product. I want to get it wholesale because I don't want to pay retail, and I'd like to make an extra $100, $150 a week. You know, extra $500 a month changed my life. We love it. Most of the people, there might be 1 or 2 no-nos on a call this size. You know, typically we've got hundreds of people listening in, thousands of people will listen to the replay. Might be, you know, maybe 2, 3, what we call number ones, a no-no. Most of the people, about 50% of the people listening will fall into that third category. Yes, I want to use the product. I want to get them at cost, use it, get Ganoderma in my body 3-5 times a day, and I want to earn an extra $500,000 a month. But then there are some people on the line that are, when they called in and they're listening, they see this example and go, okay, I've got this. Yes to the product, and an absolute, in all caps, yes to the business. People like Rod Smith, who saw a way to become a millionaire off the field. Here he won 2 Super Bowls with the Denver Broncos, knew how to make millions playing football. And he said, but I want to build another team. He retired. He said, I want to build a team. Once you've been part of a winning team, you can't settle for anything less than a winning team. And when he found Organo and Organo found him, he replaced the football lifestyle that took him 14 years to build as a two-time Super Bowl champion in the NFL with the Denver Broncos. In 2 years of building Organo, his Organo residual income was covering his football lifestyle. And luckily, he was willing to share this product and this business with people like you and I so that we could experience those same benefits. Absolutely incredible. Absolutely incredible. That's our number 4 type of person. And our number 4 type of person, I get really excited, guys, because we have a place for everyone. We have an opportunity for everybody that's watching to participate. Very, very simple. So there's 3 ways to get started. How can you get started? Everybody that wants to get started at getting the product at cost, $49.95. This gets you the system, it gets you set up with your website, and most importantly, the ability to get product at cost. But then, just like in the Olympics, you can choose between 3 of our packs, bronze, silver, or gold. Now, each package comes with dollar for dollar in wholesale product. Now you're getting what I call good, better, and best. And you have the opportunity to not only at this bronze pack, a $250 investment where you get over $250 worth of product, you can now make up to $500 per week. This is a great place for our wholesale coffee drinkers to get started because it allows you to kind of taste a variety of what we have to offer. But we have 2 other packs, our silver and our gold. Now, silver pack is great for somebody that's saying, you know, an extra couple $100 a month, that would be really great. 15% up to $1,500 per week. Ladies and gentlemen, a silver pack is a one-time investment of $450. Retailing your product for what I retail my product for, you can turn that into $900. And guys, I don't know anybody who wouldn't make that exchange. It's absolutely incredible. 100% return on your retail sales is really powerful. But then we have our gold pack. And this is the best package to get started for people who say, listen, I want to put money in my pocket right away. Because whether you get started at the bronze pack, the silver pack, or the gold pack, you do the same amount of work. But a gold pack says, listen, I have the intention of building this business big. I've got dreams and goals. I want to duplicate that example. I don't care how long it takes me. I want to duplicate that example. I want that time freedom. I want to share with somebody who shares with somebody who shares with somebody like Mary, who shares with somebody like Rebecca, who shares with somebody like Dwayne and Anna, who shares with somebody like people all over the world are experiencing these stories. Whether you're working, like I said, on a global scale. We have Odile Perez, we've got Sam Bean, Edwin Haynes, Emmanuel Bernstein, people from all over the world, Marvin and Yosef, Esther Hernandez. Absolutely incredible, guys, what's taking place. A gold pack is less than an ounce of gold. That blew my mind. When I started this business, this is where I got started because I needed the product. I needed the product. I ran out of product in 2 weeks and was ordering more product. I wish the gold pack was bigger because I needed more coffee. Because as I was giving it away, people were feeling so great. It was like the coffee was selling itself if I just shared it. For $1,245, you can position yourself in this business as a gold pack member. It's absolutely incredible. What makes more sense? $1,245 on a gold pack, where not only can you double your money in retail, make all of your team building bonuses up to $2,500 a week, but you can also have unlimited residual income or buying 1 ounce of gold and sitting on it for however many years it takes for it to increase in value. Absolutely incredible, guys. I am so excited to have the chance to share with you something that's very near and dear to my heart. I hope that through the line today, you were able to feel my passion and my sincerity. This business, without embellishing, this business changed my life. In many respects, it saved my life. It helped me build a better future. And the reason we come on this line, we have Rod Smith doing the call tomorrow, guys. I want to highly encourage you to get on the call tomorrow and hear from him. You have in front of you maybe exactly what you've been looking for. I believe every single person in the world needs Ganoderma. I believe every single person on planet Earth can benefit from our product. And I also believe that the majority of the world is looking for a financial opportunity that can help them achieve their dreams and goals. I'll leave you with this. Tomorrow we have our very own Mr. Rod Smith conducting the call. It's going to be incredible. 2-time Super Bowl champion, made millions of dollars in the NFL. When he retired, he still had millions. Guys, he'd been studying money and he grew up in the projects and being a good steward of the money he was making and being financially literate, being an investor was so important to him his entire career. When he retired, he had millions of dollars, and that money was making money for him. He didn't need an opportunity. He didn't need this business in the way that most people think he did. He retired, and he was looking to make a difference. And when he got a hold of this product, he shared it with the people he loves most, his daughter, who was struggling with some issues with her blood and some things that were going on, and it changed her life. Shared it with his mom, who had some major health issues, and she felt so good. He was like, the world needs to see this product. Here's a guy who went undrafted from the projects in Texarkana, Arkansas, went undrafted and became one of the greatest receivers in the game. And he does organo. Guys, he has multiple businesses, real estate, portfolios in the marketplace. He is a businessman. He has about 10 different business opportunities that he works right now. And 95% of his time and attention goes into organo because of the return financially, the return of being part of a team, of helping other people win, witnessing other people win, and being connected to the mission that's changing the world one cup of coffee at a time. Bernie Chua started with a vision and a dream for a healthier cup of coffee. Now, 10 years later and billions in sales, we're just getting started. You have the opportunity right now to get started with your bronze, silver, or gold pack before Rod rocks the house tomorrow. Take your position of equity. Take your leap of faith. Get back to the person who brought you on the line and let us know how we can serve you best. Ladies and gentlemen, remember, it's easy, it's simple, it's organo.